I can still remember the sheer fear that took over my body, my soul, as I realized that I could die right there. And as I looked at the future, I really didn't have any hope. I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was the beginning of winter break, and I was getting ready to go down the river with a few of my students. I was a student missionary in South America. So we packed our stuff, and I comfortably sat on top of it, and we started our journey down the river. And I remember getting out with the rest of the group, and when I stepped out of the boat, I almost fell on my face into the sand. I was kind of worried because I didn't know why all of a sudden I'd lost my balance, and I thought maybe I'd been lying down too long, and so I tried to sit up again. A couple of minutes later, my hand began to hurt, and it felt like 1,000 needles were trying to penetrate my skin. My stomach began to hurt, and it felt like my stomach was trying to digest a sack of stones. By this time, I was pretty scared, and it became really, really hard to breathe. There was a point where I was so sick that I don't even remember parts of our trip. I must have gotten in and out of consciousness. But I remember laying down there in the bottom of the boat, and all of a sudden it dawned on me that my situation was so bad that I could die. I could barely breathe. Yeah, I'd grown up in the church. I went to Sabbath school, belonged to the youth group, had an active life in the church, you could say. But deep at the core of my heart, I was unsure about going to heaven. I was unsure about my future. My thought just went to God, and I said, God, here I am. You know me with all my baggage. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but dear God, I've never done this before, so I'm going to do it right now. And I just want to open my heart and invite you to be my Lord and my Savior. Not a very complicated prayer, but I meant every word of it. Not necessarily because I was afraid, but because I guess I was longing for somebody. Nobody understood what was going through my mind, what I was experiencing, and so I reached out to Jesus and I guess asked him to be my friend. For the first time in my life, I really was fine with the thought that I could die. I stayed in a village clinic for about 2 days, still fighting between life and death. Then I was airlifted to the Adventist hospital in the capital of the country, where I was treated immediately with some of the most powerful antibiotics they had. The doctor, after seeing me a couple of times, was unable to diagnose me. He didn't know what caused this vicious reaction. That was truly the most important prayer of my life. It changed the course of my life. It changed my direction, my purpose, my goals. My name is Marius, and my prayer was answered.